I've done Goldman Sachs, 10,000 small businesses, which I did that in the beginning to get my woman-owned business certification. That was sort of the project I wanted to complete when I went through it. So I did that before COVID. And then coming out of COVID, I did a tech accelerator, which makes no sense, but I was just like so desperate for help. I did that. And that's actually how I ended up meeting my mentor. That's like my OG day-to-day person. And then various other ones. I'm a James Beard Fellow, which I'm extremely proud of. I did Tory Burch. And, I've gotten a lot of questions about this recently. Not even 2 weeks ago, I got the 2025 Tory Burch Foundation Founders Award, which is,
That is
such an honor.
awesome.
And I'm so proud of that. And Tori is she's incredible. Her program and foundation, I tell people all the time, if you qualify, please apply. It's like a women owned business thing, and they have these requirements, and it opens every September. And the foundation really puts their money where their mouth is. And those resources have paid dividends for me. And, it meant the world that Oprah's creative director cared enough to show up at this breakfast and, present me with this award. But to have that opportunity to stand up and, thank Tory, but also give a speech in front of Martha Stewart and Anna Wintour. And, they surprised me. And my idol, Sarah Blakely, was there. And, someone knew that I have just absolutely fallen in love with. Her story is Amy Griffin. She wrote The Tell. But to sit there and know that this award was about to happen and have Sarah and Amy magically appear at my table to have breakfast with me is like
Mind blowing. Yeah, that's so
mind
awesome. Well,
blowing.
congratulations. You
Thank
deserve
you.
it. You
Thank
definitely
you. But
deserve it.
Tory Burch is like A plus, and that
Yeah.
program specifically has really done a lot for me. And I just, I can't thank her enough. I think it takes a lot of people like that love you and believe in you and, want to see you do great things to kind of help move you along. And, even the chairman of Tabasco has been someone who's been instrumental. And, when you text people like this, a lot of times you just don't respect a response. But there have been times when I've been like, hey, I'm looking for this specific random piece of glass. And he's like, oh, I got a guy. Call this guy. Like that kind of stuff really it
Isn't
helps
that
you.
great?
And yeah, but
Yes.
you need people like that. Like these kinds of multi-million-dollar businesses don't just happen. And I think
No.
one of the things I run into constantly is people think I'm the one that has all the answers. No, no. I have built a circle around me, and it's
Network.
really like a consortium of like, hey, I'm having trouble here. And people really do help me. They do.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's great. I mean, it's all about building that network of people. I mean, I think the one thing about this industry is that we're pretty kind people and we all have a passion for the industry. And, most people want to help other people in one way or
Absolutely.
another, you know?
I really believe kindness and leading with generosity and having like an open heart is so important. And I just really kind of, gravitate towards people that are grateful and always looking to grow. It's 100-year life. None of us know everything, and we're always still trying to like learn and improve, and not having a fixed mindset, always having a growth mindset is super important. And I feel like I have hit my stride and I have found my people, and I just try to always stay in that light and positivity. I think has really helped me get really far. And, I hope to always stay in that mindset.
Well, given all your family history, I mean, my mom and dad were always entrepreneurs as well, my grandfather. What it if you could define what it takes to be an entrepreneur, how would you describe it?
Well, like I said earlier, my dad says it's a disease. I say it's a personality type. But if you can imagine your life any other way, then I would probably do that thing. But if this is truly like your calling and like what you're passionate about, then it is a very rewarding journey, but it's difficult. And it takes a special mindset to be able to wake up and run into a brick wall every day. And you can't just do it for a month or a year. You have to do it for a long time. I'm 8 years into this, and I'm finally starting to see like, okay, my bigger goals can come true. And here's the pathway to get there. And not every business has the same like timeline. There's different time horizons for different things, and some things catch on faster than others, but you have to have that stick to itiveness. And I think that is not something that is innate in everyone. So, I think I picked up a lot from my parents, and my dad is an extremely successful entrepreneur in his own right, but not everything has been successful. I've watched him succeed. I've watched him close businesses. I've watched him, you know, go through struggles in different companies. Not everything is a raging success, but I had a lot of exposure really early on. And I was never that child who was like, I'm going to be a police officer or like, I'm going to like go to cosmetology school. I was always the one who was like, no, no, I'm going to be just like my dad. And here we
And
are.
there you go. There you
Yeah.
are.
Produced by Fedora J Productions.